y'all segment. I would be doing everything.
All right, we are recording. Good
All
evening.
right. Good
And
evening.
1 second. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Day 3 of the Magic of 5 Minutes 5-day challenge. Day 3. We're doing it. We are halfway there, as they say, right? So I am going to, I am still just, you guys just be patient with me now. Just be patient with me. And, and, aha, aha, again, I say aha. Okay.
Did you figure
All right.
something out?
Yeah, I'm working some things out. So that I can, so that these recordings are able to be uploaded to YouTube as well. So, and I will upload it tonight for those who are watching on the replay. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
welcome, 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 welcome. And thank you for being here. I'm super excited. For those of you who have been with us for the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, great congratulations. If you're not in the live meeting for the 5 days, that's okay as well. Just make sure you take your 5 minutes and document your experience. That's the only requirement, is to make sure that you have your days documented. What was your day like? Again, Erica and I were just kind of talking, and it's like we've had a day. We've each had our own separate days, but they were one of those days that go on that list of days, you know. And so you want to make sure that you document that, okay? You don't have to put it in detail, right? I was feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling out of sorts. I didn't feel my best, whatever it was you were feeling prior to the meditation. And then during the meditation, what did you experience? And afterwards, what did you notice? So that's the thing. And as we meditate this evening, we're going to sit in appreciation. Such a big component of meditation is paying attention to what you're feeling. We are generally drawn into whatever's going on outside of us, whatever's going on in the news, whatever's going on in our personal lives, in our friends' lives, at work. Um, all the highlights and the drama and the tragedies and the accidents and things like that. We get drawn into these things and we have conversations about them. Hey, did you hear about what happened in Baltimore? Did you hear about what happened wherever? And we share the information just in the energy of sharing information. Wow, did you hear about that? That's so sad, what have you? And sending compassion, maybe, but we're not consciously sending any compassion in that space unless you are. But the general gist is that we're just sharing information. My point is being mindful of how we're sharing the information. When we are mindful of what we're speaking about, then you can be more deliberate about whether or not it's an uplifting or if it's a high vibrational conversation. And when we're talking about accidents, it's difficult to be high vibrational when you're talking about people suffering or losing their lives or their losing um, their livelihood, different things. Those are difficult things to be high vibrational about. So some things we should be more conscious of sharing or not sharing, and in the way that we share it. And again, the meditation allows you to pay attention to what you're feeling. Pay attention to what you're feeling, because when we become addicted to something, whatever that something is, whether it's sweets or cigarettes or working out or meditating or whatever it is, there is an energetic component to that. And if it's not a healthy habit, then it is detrimental to our health. We know this. But when we're unaware of the addiction, and what do I mean by being unaware of an addiction? We can be addicted to low level energies. We can be addicted to bad news. We can be addicted to sad stories. I remember At one time in my life, I was watching the Hallmark Channel, and there wasn't nothing happy happening on the on the Hallmark Channel. You could absolutely guarantee you were going to end up in tears after watching a Hallmark movie, you know, and I was addicted to them. And it's not that it's a good or a bad thing or a right or a wrong thing. It's that we are made so perfectly that your body is going to express in some way, shape, or form what it's feeling, what it believes. So if we are in a consistent state of frustration, then your body and your subconscious believe that, okay, that's what it is. That's it. So if we're addicted to it, then we're going to continue to call in a, just like any other addiction. You're addicted to something, you consistently look for that thing or incorporate it into your life. Okay, so that was a distraction. I'm sorry. Um, so it's a consistent yearning or wanting or being drawn to that thing or that thing being drawn to you. So if we are addicted to, again, I used to watch a show called Law and Order, and I loved that show, and still think it's one of the absolute best shows that was ever made. I really do. But I'm now consciously aware that, I mean, it's a fabulous show, but it's about somebody being abused, misused, tortured, murdered. It's like, okay, yeah, so I was drawn to the part where they're figuring it out, but the fact is there's a component there that contributed to how I was feeling. Because whatever it is that addicted to, we are addicted to it based on how it makes us feel. And even if it is something that is not necessarily healthy or doesn't serve us, once it becomes an addiction, it's a familiar experience. And there is a false sense of security in there, a false sense of, okay, this makes me feel safe just because it's familiar. Just because it's familiar. So when we understand those things and we begin to pay attention to where we want our lives to go, what things do I want to experience in my life, and paying close attention to what we're attracting into our lives and what is attracted to us. Okay, so now if I'm experiencing things that I don't really particularly care to experience, then that shadow work allows you that space to say, okay, what's going on? What is it about this thing that comforts me? Falsely comforts me. Because if it's not serving me, then it's really not good for me. If it's not something that's helping to uplift me or heal me or keep me healthy, then what is it doing for me? What is the message that I get from experiencing this thing? Even with anger, frustration, all of those things. And it's not that we should not have these feelings. These are natural emotions. These are natural emotions. The thing is, how much are we contributing to that feeling? How frequently are we feeling that feeling? Because if it's a low level emotion, like we talked about earlier in the week, if you are consistently re-triggering the survival mode, then you are also compromising your immune system, which is what your body needs to stay healthy and run properly. Our digestive system doesn't run properly when we are in survival mode. Nothing about us is working at its capacity, at its best capacity rather, when we are in survival mode, except for that survival instinct. And so then that's how we get out of sorts, and we're unbalanced and not feeling sharp or on point. So with all that said, we want to continue to get more familiar with ourselves through meditation. Dr. Joe Dispenza describes meditation as becoming more familiar, becoming familiar with. And that's all he said. Extend that statement to becoming more familiar with yourself, with your shadow self, with what's going on inside of you, so that we can connect better and just get to the next best version of ourselves in a nutshell. So, on that note, I'm going to set us